The alien border station was silent for the first time in centuries. Lights glowed softly over metal halls built for war, control, and fear. This station marked the edge of the Galactic Empire, a place where no unknown ship ever crossed without permission. Then something impossible happened. A small human ship appeared out of nowhere, drifting calmly into restricted space. No warning signals, no attack pattern, no fear response. The Empire's sensors struggled to read it, as if the ship refused to be understood. Alien officers froze at their stations. This border had stopped war fleets, pirate armadas, and rebel forces. Yet this ship moved forward like it was late for a meeting. Alarms echoed through the command deck. Red symbols filled the air, marking the ship as a total violation of Empire law. Defense cannons locked on, fleets powered up, and soldiers took their positions. The station commander stared at the screen, confused and angry. "Why are they not stopping?" he demanded. No one answered. The ship did not slow down. It sent a simple message instead. A calm voice spoke in clear, translated words. "Hello, we think we took a wrong turn, requesting docking permission." Silence followed. The aliens looked at each other in disbelief. No fear, no surrender codes, no respect titles. Just a casual request, as if the humans were asking for directions. The commander felt something new. Not anger, but uncertainty. No species ever spoke like that inside Empire space. Weapons stayed locked. Fleets surrounded the ship. Still, the humans waited patiently. Another message came. "Sorry if this is private space, our maps might be outdated." Some officers laughed nervously. Others felt cold fear crawl through their bodies. The ship was either extremely stupid or dangerously confident. After a long pause, the commander allowed docking. Not out of kindness, but curiosity. He wanted to see these humans with his own eyes. The docking bay filled with armed guards. Heavy armor, energy rifles, and shield units stood ready. The Empire expected panic when the humans stepped out. The hatch opened slowly. 3 humans walked out calmly. No weapons raised, no fear in their faces. They looked around the massive alien bay with interest. One human even smiled. Another adjusted their clothing as if stepping into a normal building. Alien soldiers tightened their grip on weapons. These humans were surrounded by power that had crushed worlds. Yet they walked like tourists. An officer stepped forward and spoke loudly. "You are inside the Galactic Empire's highest security zone. This space is forbidden." The humans listened politely. One nodded and replied, "Oh, that explains the traffic warning." The words confused the translator systems. The meaning was clear, but the emotion was wrong. They were not afraid. The commander arrived, towering over the humans. He explained the Empire's history, its strength, its control over thousands of species. He expected fear to appear. It never did. The humans exchanged looks. One whispered something about wrong galaxy arm. Another shrugged. The commander asked the question everyone was thinking. "Do you know where you are?" The human answered honestly. "Not really, but you seem organized." That was the moment the station changed. Aliens realized the humans did not challenge the Empire. They simply did not care about it. Scans were run on the humans. Biology showed survival markers, stress resistance, and damage recovery beyond normal levels. Their ship showed outdated design mixed with strange unknown upgrades. Officers began to worry. These humans had not planned to come here, which meant they survived places worse than this by accident. One human looked at the commander and said calmly, "If this is a problem, we can leave." The commander hesitated. No one had ever offered that option before. Empires demanded, humans suggested. Outside the station, fleets remained ready. Inside, fear slowly changed sides. The humans waited, relaxed, surrounded by enemies. The commander finally realized the truth. These beings did not walk into the Galactic Empire like it was nothing. They lived in a universe where fear had already failed. And the station logs recorded a quiet question that echoed through the Empire. If they act like this by mistake, what happens when they come on purpose? The commander ordered the humans to remain inside the docking bay. Not as prisoners, but not as guests either. The Empire did not know what to call them yet. The humans did not complain. They sat on storage crates, leaned against walls, and waited. One of them even asked for water. That simple request confused the guards. No one had ever asked for comfort inside an Empire border station. This place was meant to scare visitors, not welcome them. An officer finally brought a container of liquid. The human thanked him with a small smile. That smile made the officer uncomfortable. Scans continued in secret. The Empire's best systems tried to read the human ship again. Every result came back unclear or incomplete. Their engines were weak on the surface. But hidden layers suggested emergency power far beyond civilian use. It looked like a ship built to survive accidents, not battles. That worried the scientists more than weapons ever could. The commander watched from above. He noticed how the humans stood. Relaxed but aware, calm but ready. They were not careless. They were comfortable in danger. An Empire diplomat was sent in. He spoke slowly, carefully choosing his words. He explained laws, borders, punishments, and consequences. The humans listened politely. They nodded at the right moments. But their eyes did not change. One human asked a question. "So, who are you fighting right now?" The diplomat paused. The Empire was always fighting someone. But no outsider ever asked it so directly. He gave a proud answer about control and order. About keeping the galaxy safe. The humans exchanged another look. "That sounds exhausting," one of them said. The room went quiet. That was not an insult. It was honest. More scans finished. Human biology showed heavy bone density, high pain tolerance, and extreme stress control. Records suggested a species shaped by constant pressure, wars, disasters, and harsh environments. They did not evolve for peace. An officer whispered to the commander, "They are not predators. They are survivors." That was worse. The Empire tried a different approach. A small display of power was ordered. Outside the station window, a battle fleet moved into formation. Energy weapons charged. Shields flared. The message was clear. The humans walked closer to the window. They watched quietly. No fear, no surprise. One human nodded slowly. "Nice formation," he said. "Clean spacing." The commander felt something tighten in his chest. They were not impressed. They were evaluating. A scientist rushed in with new data. Human space was marked as unstable. High radiation zones, broken stars, constant conflict. These beings grew up where safety was temporary. Borders failed often. Help came late or never. The humans did not trust peace. They trusted preparation. The commander finally asked the question he avoided. "Why are you so calm?" The human answered simply, "Because nothing bad has happened yet." That sentence spread fear through the room. To the Empire, this was already bad. To humans, it was still normal. A sudden alert sounded. A minor system error caused shields to flicker. Weapons powered up automatically. Guards raised rifles. Tension exploded in a second. The humans stood still. Hands open, voices calm. One spoke clearly. "You might want to turn that off." The commander shouted orders. Systems stabilized just in time. No shots were fired. But the damage was done. The Empire understood one thing now. These humans were not afraid of war. They were afraid of accidents. As the humans returned to waiting, the commander stared at them. A new thought formed in his mind. If these beings walked into danger by mistake, then the galaxy was not ready for them on purpose. And somewhere deep in Empire space, a record was updated quietly, marked for future fear. The commander decided the humans could not stay in the docking bay any longer. Too many eyes were watching. Too many questions were spreading through the station. He ordered a controlled escort. Not a prison walk, but not freedom either. The humans were guided through inner halls of the station. The corridors were designed to impress fear. High ceilings, dark metal walls, symbols of past victories. Every step was meant to remind visitors who ruled here. The humans looked around with interest. One of them paused to look at a carved symbol. "Nice art," he said quietly. The guards exchanged uneasy looks. That symbol represented the fall of an entire species. It was not decoration, it was a warning. The humans kept walking. Their steps matched the guards, calm and steady. No rush, no hesitation. Inside a secure chamber, the doors sealed shut. Energy fields activated. The room could contain explosions and mind attacks. The humans noticed. One raised an eyebrow. "Is this the meeting room?" he asked. The commander entered moments later. He studied them closely now. Not as intruders, but as a problem with no clear answer. He began asking direct questions. About human space, human control, human weapons. The humans answered honestly. They spoke of divided governments. Of long wars that never fully ended. Of learning to live with danger instead of removing it. The commander struggled to understand. The Empire crushed threats early. Humans adapted and endured them. A scientist interrupted with urgent data. Human communication logs were being decoded. None showed fear signals. Instead, there were jokes. Casual comments about bad navigation. One message mentioned food plans after returning home. That detail disturbed the room. They were thinking about meals. While standing inside a hostile empire, the commander ordered a deeper test. A controlled stress signal was sent into the room, designed to trigger panic in most species. The humans felt it. Their muscles tensed slightly, then relaxed. One took a slow breath. Another stretched their shoulders. No fear response appeared. The scientist whispered, "They regulate stress by habit." The commander finally understood. These beings trained calm the way others trained fear. An unexpected signal arrived from outside the station. A small civilian craft approached the border. The same restricted zone the humans had crossed. Empire weapons powered up instantly. The humans noticed the alert on a nearby screen. One human leaned forward. "You might want to slow them down gently," he said. "They look lost." The commander turned sharply. "How do you know?" The human pointed at the flight pattern. "Same mistake we made." That moment hit harder than any threat. The humans had already mapped the mistake. They learned faster than the Empire expected. The civilian ship was stopped safely. Fear filled its crew. Just like the Empire was used to seeing. The humans watched quietly. No pride, no judgment. Just understanding. One guard whispered, "They recognize fear." "Yes," the commander replied softly. "And they choose not to live in it." The room felt smaller now. The Empire's power felt loud and heavy. The humans felt quiet and solid. The commander dismissed the guards, leaving only himself and the humans. He spoke carefully. "You entered our space by accident. That accident has consequences." The human nodded. "We understand," he said. Then he added calmly, "But accidents are how we survive." That sentence stayed in the room long after the humans fell silent. The commander realized something unsettling. The Empire controlled the galaxy through fear. Humans moved through it through experience. And experience could not be threatened away. The commander stood still for a long moment. He had ruled battlefields and star systems. Yet this meeting felt more dangerous than war. He ordered the room lights to dim slightly. A sign of serious negotiation in the Empire. The humans noticed but did not react. Outside the chamber, the station remained on alert. Fleets waited, weapons ready. One wrong word could turn this place into fire. The commander spoke slowly. "Our empire does not allow unknown species to move freely. Especially not ones we cannot measure." The humans listened. One leaned back slightly, relaxed. Another kept watching the door, not in fear, but habit. A translator drone hovered closer, recording every word for Imperial records. What it captured would later change policy across the galaxy. The commander continued. You show no fear. That makes others afraid of you. The human replied calmly. We are not brave. We are just used to worse. That answer carried weight. The room felt colder. Several unseen observers across the station paused their work. The commander requested access to human historical data. Even fragments would help. The humans exchanged looks again. One nodded. We can share some, he said. But it won't be complete. Data streamed into Empire systems. Images of ruined cities, broken ships, harsh planets. Disasters both natural and made by humans themselves. The Empire analysts reacted in shock. These were not rare events. They were common. Human history showed survival through failure, victory through loss, progress through constant danger. One analyst whispered over a secure channel. They did not conquer safety. They adapted to chaos. The commander closed his eyes briefly. This was not a species to threaten lightly. They did not fear collapse. Suddenly, a loud vibration shook the station. Not an attack, but a power surge. An old system finally failing under stress. Red lights flashed. Emergency shutters began to close. Guards rushed through corridors. The humans stood up at the same time. Not in panic. In readiness. One spoke fast and clear. Structural failure. Left power ring. The commander stared. How do you know? He demanded. The human pointed at a flickering panel. Sound pattern. We hear it a lot. Before orders could be given, the humans moved. Not toward weapons, but toward control access. Guards hesitated. Weapons half raised. Unsure whether to stop them. The station shook again. A section of shields weakened. If it failed, docking bays would vent to space. The commander made a choice he never thought he would. Let them work, he ordered. The humans acted quickly. Simple tools, fast movements, calm voices. They rerouted power, sealed a breach, stabilized the system. All without asking permission again. Within minutes, the alarms faded. Lights returned to normal. The station was safe. Silence followed, heavy and uncomfortable. The commander looked at the humans. They were breathing slightly heavier now, but still calm. One wiped sweat from his face. Yeah, he said. That could have been bad. That sentence hit harder than any weapon. To the Empire, that was a near disaster. To humans, it was a routine problem. The commander dismissed the observers. This moment would not be shared yet. The galaxy was not ready. He spoke quietly now. You just saved an Imperial station. The human shrugged. We didn't want to die here. That was the truth. No hero speech. No demand for reward. The commander finally understood the danger. Humans did not seek power. They solved problems wherever they appeared. And that made them unpredictable. Outside the chamber, the Empire fleets slowly powered down. Not because they were ordered to, but because fear had found a new direction. The humans prepared to return to their ship. Still calm, still unaware of the weight they carried. As they left the chamber, the commander watched them go. A thought echoed through his mind. If humans fixed problems they stumbled into, what would they do when the galaxy became their problem? The humans were escorted back toward the docking bay. But the walk felt different now. Guards no longer held their weapons tightly. Some even stepped aside to give space. Word had spread fast. The station had nearly failed. And the humans had fixed it without orders. The commander followed at a distance, watching how the humans moved. They were tired now, but still alert. One human quietly joked about getting lost again. Another replied that next time they should mark the route better. Their calm voices echoed through the metal halls. Behind sealed doors, Empire officials argued. Some demanded the humans be detained. Others warned that forcing them would be a mistake. Data from the repair was still being reviewed. The humans had bypassed security layers in seconds. Not by hacking, but by understanding systems under stress. That scared the engineers more than weapons. As the humans reached the docking bay, their ship waited silently. Small, simple, and still unreadable. The commander finally stepped forward, stopping the escort with a raised hand. He faced the humans directly. "You entered our space by mistake," he said. "You fixed a problem you did not cause. You could leave now." The humans looked surprised. One blinked. "That easy?" he asked. The commander answered honestly. "Nothing about this is easy." A pause followed. The humans exchanged looks again. That silent communication the Empire still could not read. One human stepped closer. "We do not want trouble," he said. "We just want to go home." That should have ended it. But the commander felt a weight pressing on his thoughts. Letting them leave felt dangerous. Keeping them felt worse. Before he could respond, a new alert sounded. Not from inside the station, but from deep space. An unknown signal burst through long-range sensors. Old, unstable, and violent. A rogue force moving fast toward the border. Empire fleets shifted instantly. This was a real threat. One they recognized. The humans turned toward the alert screen. Their expressions changed slightly. Not fear. Focus. One human asked calmly, "What is that?" The commander hesitated. "A raider group," he admitted. "They attack borders like this." The human nodded slowly. "Yeah," he said. "We have those too." The Empire prepared defenses. Weapons charged. Formations locked. The humans watched. Silent. Thinking. One spoke again. "They are not aiming at your fleet. They are aiming at your power spine." The commander snapped his head toward the display. Data adjusted. The human was right. Panic spread through command channels. If the spine failed, the station would go dark. The commander made a choice without thinking. "Suggestions?" he asked. His voice tight. The human answered immediately. "Let them pass," he said. Then shut the door behind them. The Empire doctrine screamed against that idea. Never allow a threat inside. Never yield space. But time was running out. The commander ordered a partial withdrawal. A risky move. One that would later be studied for years. The raiders rushed forward. Confident. Aggressive. Certain of victory. Then the station changed. Power shifted. Traps activated. The raiders slammed into defensive zones they did not expect. Weapons misfired. Shields collapsed. Empire forces closed in. Not from the front, but from every side. The battle was short and brutal. When it ended, the border was quiet again. The humans watched the aftermath. Faces unreadable. One spoke softly. "They won't come back." The commander looked at them. "How do you know?" The human replied, "Survivors learn." Silence followed. Deep and heavy. The commander finally understood the pattern. Humans did not dominate through force. They understood danger. And reshaped it. He turned to the humans. "You may leave," he said. "And if you return." The humans smiled slightly. "We will probably get lost again." The humans boarded their ship. The hatch closed. Engines warmed quietly. As the ship pulled away, Empire sensors still failed to fully read it. As if it refused to be defined. The commander watched until it vanished into space. Then turned back to his officers. "Update the records," he ordered. "Humans are not an accident." Far away, the human ship jumped to faster space. Its crew relaxed at last. None of them realized that an empire had just changed its future, because 3 humans walked into danger and treated it like a normal day.